6 for the EV, riding around my city. You should come right with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world of makeover. Time never stops, no, the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see.
Muted. Appreciate y'all, family. Appreciate y'all, man. My bad, muted myself, man. I'm gonna have to switch to my other mic, man. I'm gonna switch to, if this go out again, I'm gonna switch to my other mic. Let's call a spade, family. Let's just, I mean, what I'm about to say, it's not gonna be nothing you haven't heard before. Okay. I've heard me say it tons of times. I'm gonna say it again. We are what our record says we are. We are an average basketball team, and we cannot shoot the three. But let's not act like let's not be silly here. If you follow the team, you've already known we haven't been able to shoot the three all season. Okay. So when y'all point out, shout out my boy Juan. Let me bring my guy Juan up in the building. So when y'all point out, oh, they made more threes than us, that's why that's an excuse, because that's something we've already known. We've been shooting bad from three the whole year. If you go back to some of the earlier shows of the season, you got to find them on YouTube. I said it. I said we can't shoot the three. Remember, I used to post the stats. I used to show y'all we're terrible shooting the three ball, man. Just terrible. And tonight, it came back and it bit us in the behind. Okay. But what I find amazing, man, this team, man, why do we have to always wait till we down 14 to start making shit happen?
We was up 11 though. That's the sad part.
Listen, I was trying to mention that part because this remind me of what was the Charlotte game when we was up 14.
Yep.
And I mean, we can come through. Guys, listen, tonight, let me tell you something. Tonight, chat, and everybody on the panel, I'm open for excuses, but I'm gonna tell you what you're not gonna say. I don't want to hear nothing about Nate McMillan. Okay, because the front office will not fire him. So if the front office fire him, okay, why we keep bringing up his mistakes? He can't be held accountable. So I mean, but you know what? Never mind. If you think it's Nate McMillan, go and say it, waste your time and energy, but he's still gonna be here. Let me bring in my boy RJ up in the building, and we got, man, welcome back. Take it back up on the panel again. fresh with another baby up in the building. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start off with the boy Juan. We're gonna go Juan, RJ, then we go Daddy Ticket up in the building. What's
All
y'all
right, man.
thoughts on the game tonight, family?
So first thing first, I'm back in the States just for a couple of days, but I gotta head back over. And then I'll be your neighbor here soon, bro. I got orders to Texas A&M. So
Hey, so that's
yeah,
A&M down there. A&M about 2 hours from me.
yeah. So I'll be in Texas later this year.
We gonna have to link up. Either hit a game, catch a game in San Antonio, or catch one in Houston.
Yeah, so that's the plan. But anyway, man, just like you said, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Like I don't know how many threes they hit in the fourth quarter, but it was a lot. I watched this spring three
It
at a,
was 6-1.
Real
yeah.
Juan,
No,
real
6-2.
quick. Hey, like Juan do. Hey, he go my Nito stat of the night. Them up. Hey, Clipper shot 50% from three. I mean,
Yep, that was it.
so
That's the stat. Like you shoot 50% from the three and you hit 20 of them, 19, 20 of them, you probably want to win a game 9 out of 10 times, more than like 10 out of 10 times. It's just the fact, like I had this game as a scheduled loss if they was healthy. I mean the Clippers if they was healthy, because they are the deepest team in the NBA right now with their roster, and you kind of saw it, man. They have very long defenders. Everybody knows their role. They shoot the three ball extremely well, and I watch. Our help defense or the way we play defense is so stupid sometimes, man. I watch how guys would just they're depending on the second help defense, man. I watched Bogey and Trey and even DeJounte tonight. They'll open up their hips and just let the guy drive by. The second line of defense had to step up, and then we rotated out for an open three. I think I saw this so many times in third and fourth quarter. Luke Kennard hit so many threes in the third quarter. I stopped counting. You know what I mean? And Trey, ain't nothing bad. You can't bash Trey tonight. He did everything in his power to keep us in the game. He just kept going to free throw line. Hunter, I expected him to miss some shots tonight. This was his second game. I mean, this is what his first game back after like 2 to 3 games. So he's out of rhythm a little bit, game rhythm that is. But I expected him to miss shots, man. JC, there's no explanation why we went away from him, even though in the fourth quarter he only missed 2 shots in the 4 quarters. But he got those shots early in the fourth, and we went away from him. Before I pass it on, Nate's dependency on Bogey late in the game if he's not hitting the shots, man. I don't know. Jalen played 7 minutes, could have used his length on Kawhi and Paul George. But the stat of the night is 19 of 29 or 19 of 39 3-points, man. Like you don't stop the 3-point ball, you're not going to beat many teams in the league this year. And Kawhi Leonard is shooting 45% from 3. He only hit 5 or 8 tonight. So, little small things like that. I'll pass it on.
Hey man, you hit on some good points, but I'm gonna tell you, it is one of the things that I think we really need to talk about. The team is really poorly constructed, man.
Yep.
It's poorly constructed. You got a lot of guys that can get the 2, but man, we need some snipers out there, and I mean we need some snipers bad.
we had a sniper.
We let him go, didn't we? But we missing some guys who can really shoot the 3 ball, man. Our best 3-point shooter is a rookie. That ain't good, man. That's not good at all, man. Our best 3-point shooter is a rookie. And
what the hell Kyle Korver doing there, RJ? He ain't getting the boys right.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I have no faith in this front office right now. None. When your owner is trying to run the team like Jerry Jones, I can't trust him. I think the dude is really trying to sabotage the team. I have no idea, but man, Kevin Huerter show would have looked nice tonight, man. We definitely could have used Kevin Huerter shooting that 3 ball tonight, man. I mean, obviously the 3 ball, but one thing else I want to touch on too, man, we got to get some length, man. We are like, compared to other teams, man, we kind of short.
You saw that tonight.
Yeah, man. Like,
hey, RJ, but does that even matter?
Yeah.
I mean, how many games did Derek Favors get to play during that 10-game game? I mean, that 10-day.
Yeah.
How many did he play?
Yeah. Zero.
So what's the point of getting?
I mean,
Nate not gonna play him.
But yeah, that is true, man. That is true, and that is an issue with Nate. But I'm not gonna put it on Nate tonight. I'm not gonna put it all on Nate tonight, man. I'm looking at this front office and I'm asking questions. Just a lot of questions, man. And I'll pass it on with that one, man.
All right, fellas, man, glad to be back.
But,
Check this out.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. So we really, it's gonna sound crazy, but look at the stats as a supporter. We damn near outplayed them in every damn category except the 3-point line. When it's gonna sound crazy. We killed them on the boards.
we
Yep.
did. I'll
We
read
killed them on the board. So the length ain't really matter this game. Um, we we forced. I think we forced 14 turnovers. I think we only turned the ball over 8 times.
Yep.
The
Yep.
thing is, when there's such a big discrepancy in one area, speaking of the 3-point line, they were plus 36. So when you plus 36 in one area on offense, that can cover up for a multitude of other areas where you might have been outplayed in. 36 points, a lot of points.
Yep.
So I mean, and then also we shot 48% from the field. So it ain't like overall we were shooting bad. It was just we were shooting bad from three as usual.
Mm.
You know. So that's really what it is. And also, the pace. Um the Clippers, they're a veteran team, bro. They not really outside of Man, I think is his name.
Terrence
Him,
Mann,
Reggie
yeah.
Jackson, those are really the only two guys that really push the pace for the Clippers. Everybody else, they more of like that old school kind of like half court game type.
Because they're gonna injure
So
their knees.
yeah. So you shoot 50% from the field and you walking the ball up the court, you slowing up the game, and then the other team, they not making their threes. You making yours, you kind of ain't got no choice but to play at their pace. The pace shit sound good until you missing. When you missing, you can't control the pace. It's not that easy. JC, I would have wanted to keep going to JC, but the thing is, when you hitting twos and they hitting threes,
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna be like, John, I know you hitting, but we need a couple of these out here.
Yeah.
So
Who gonna make them, Gerald?
I'm just saying how the game is going. Like John doing good, but he doing good from two, and then the other team come down and hit a three. Not only did they negate John good shot, but they upped it.
Let me ask you this, Gerald. Let me ask you this.
Talk to him.
What percentage out of 100 was the Clippers shooting? Was the Clippers 3-point shooting good, or was it our bad perimeter defense?
Both.
Thank you.
Give me a percentage. Give me a percentage. What do you think if you had to split it?
So I would say, I'm going through all of them in my head. I probably say maybe 60% they just hit, and then the other 40% they was open.
Jerry, I disagree because I've been watching the Clippers the last week or so. They got healthy and they've been shooting like this on everybody. They hit like 23s on the Lakers a couple of days ago too.
No. When I say they was open, I'm saying like we didn't try to close out. Now they probably still would have made the shot.
Okay.
I'm just saying, well, we didn't close out.
Hey, them ones,
so the 40% is what we didn't close out. The 60% they just made the shot.
The ones that Kennard hit in the third when he kind of warmed up, that was the third, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah,
that was the third.
That was the second or the third.
The third. I know it's the second half. I can't remember if it was the third or the fourth. Okay. Those he hit in the third, bro, he was open, bro.
He was open on those.
I think it was only one that somebody actually ran out there and contested, but they were so far off. I mean, he still made it in.
But when they came out in that third, what happened was they started trying to get Zubac in the offense, and that kind of messed up the whole rotation. I think Capella or Kungwu had to come out on whoever was the initiator, and then in the paint, it was somebody smaller than Zubac, so they kind of had to double Zubac, so that kind of put us in scramble mode, and then that's how Kennard got them open threes.
Well, if you go back and look at the game, man, we pretty much had to double just about everybody on the floor. We had to double Kawhi. We had to double Paul George. We at one point in time, we spent half of the game doubling freaking what's the boy named Reggie Jackson.
Because we're
RJ.
It's a team, man.
You say all that, right? And I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to Matt for his thoughts on the game. Who on our team was getting double teamed?
Not no damn body. Not no damn body.
But they got a superstar over there. That's a superstar over there.
The reason why nobody on our team was getting double because they were knocking down them threes. When you hot from three like that, it ain't no reason to, hey man, we killing y'all from the perimeter right now. So, you know, if y'all make them twos, hey, go ahead. But man, hey,
go ahead,
what can you do?
Charger, go ahead. Oh, hey, what's up? We gonna go Matt, then Mike. Matt, I'm ready to hear what Matt's thoughts is, but I was just about to ask you something. Damn, it just slipped my mind. I'll ask you when to come back. What's your thoughts on the game tonight, Matt?
I mean, he's like
a lame duck, man.
But I mean, I'm not gonna keep belaboring that point. I mean, he's not good. I mean, even the Clipper commentators are like, you know, his style is a clear disconnect from the roster we have. You know what I'm saying?
What else they say, Matt? What else they say now, Matt? I watched the Clippers broadcast, bro.
That's what I got from it.
Huh?
That's what I got from it.
And you just spun it towards your biased viewpoint. But go ahead, finish.
That's what they said. They said Nate is old school. Whatever. Ain't that what they said?
You just added a couple words, even so though. But like I said, bro, it's fine.
They said he's old school.
The Clippers played old
wants
school.
To teach.
Half court the whole night.
He wants to teach. But anyway, they said he's a teacher or whatever. You know, he's old school. He wants to get the young fellas in the room and teach them, which they're not young anyway. That's the problem. But the game tonight was, to me, lost throughout the game because the slow pace that we play at is not conducive to the roster that we have. I don't know who idea this was to come into the game and give the ball to John Collins in the low post and thought that was a good idea to play that way a majority of the game. That was stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then I know he had 15, 16 points, but to play through him most of the game, Juan, and he only get 15, 16 points, I mean, what are we doing? Okay? That's one.
I'll wait till you finish now because Matt got to go and that's interrupting. I want to be rude. Go ahead.
That's one. Two, the fact that it's so even if you want to play in the half court, the shot y'all say they hit threes, we didn't hit threes. Their shots was wide. Most of their shots were wide open. Their 3-point attempts were wide open. Most of our 3-point attempts were contested. At the end, some of them were wide open. Hunter's air ball was wide open. Some of them were wide open, but a majority of our shots were contested. Theirs wasn't. Theirs was wide open. So, you know, when you have less attempts overall, you're not a good shooting team, and you are playing in a half court, you're going to lose. The math, it's simple math. You take less shots, you make less shots, you're going to lose. I never understood why the game plan was to play through John Collins, was to play in a half court. You have to speed up the tempo. That's the only time we look good the whole night is when we sped up the tempo. It took
but you can't speed.
We out rebounded them, right? We had more turnovers.
You're out rebound. Listen, don't look at the rebounds. Look at what they shot from the field. That's baskets made. That's what you need to be looking at. Look at how many shots they made. That's how many times we took the ball out the basket. Now, to the thing about y'all keep saying push the pace. Tell Trae Young push. Ain't nobody stopping Trae Young from dribbling the ball down court, man. I don't know where y'all getting this from, man.
Yep.
I don't know where people is getting this from. He get the ball, and he could go down court as fast as he want to do. We already know he could do what he wanted to do on the court. We know this. So us to keep saying about pushing the pace, bro, come on, Trae can do it if he want to. Why? The question is, why isn't he?
Murray don't push the pace. Aaron Holiday pushes it sometimes.
And then who gonna finish? Who gonna run with him? We don't got no slashers. Who's the finishers on the team? Who finishing at the basket? I know Colin can finish at the basket, but hell, you can't give him the ball.
Capella's only strength is to finish at the rim, supposedly.
But the thing is this, but see, you can't even give them the ball until they at the goal. So it ain't like you can run with them and give it and they dribble and attack the basket. Where's Dre Hunt on the wing? He don't attack the basket. He don't do that shit. So y'all keep saying push this pace. They can do it. I mean, Trey can go as fast as he want to. Who gonna run with him? Who gonna finish? Who can he bring the ball down, hit that one bounce pass, boom, they pick it up, do a Euro or something, and finish at the rim.
I think Hunter can play that way. I think AJ can
when
play
the last
that
time
way.
you bruh, he don't even play
Hunter
like
did it
that.
a couple times tonight.
You know why he ain't? You know why he ain't? Because he too busy running around chasing the other team best player. He run around, so he probably tired half the time. But I'm saying, man, come on, bro. Listen,
playing in a half court is not going to win this team any games. They're not built to play in a half court.
We saw that in the Miami series. We saw that.
But I'm saying you see it, but you see it consistently, game after game.
Anyway, though, they can play the way you want. They can play exactly how you want, Matt, and they ain't gonna do crap.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying the way we're playing right now is not winning. So why do you consistently play this way? It's stupid. We can play slow and walk the ball down every time and throw it in the post and do this slow, lethargic nonsense.
Well, first of all, okay. Well, you do. But you know what? Okay, watch this. I can understand if he had a game plan of saying we're gonna go through John Collins because maybe he said, hey, I already know the team can't freaking shoot the three. I know this already. So every time they shoot that shit, it's just a wasted possession. So I can understand if he said, you know what? If Collins got a mismatch, let's go through Collins. Guess what? If we would have played better perimeter defense, maybe they not a plus 36. I mean, I know y'all like talk about the offensive side, but we still got to get back to the defensive side of the ball. If we contain them a little bit, maybe if we had them shooting 30, let's say 38% instead of 50-some percent, maybe we got a different ball game. You see what I'm saying? People saying let AJ keep shooting, bro. Overall, as a team, we're not a good shooter, dog. We're not a good shooting team, man. I mean, where was Murray at tonight? The mid-range was kind of dry. Trey got hot.
He had dim-litted. That's why I said he's a dim-litted star.
I mean, Trey won't doing shit neither to the end. At one point, he had 13 points. He had 13 points, 5 assists. He was 5 for 16 from the field in the third quarter. That's a dim star to me too. Also, him and Murray was looking like trash early, but like I said, Trey got hot. Well, I ain't gonna say he got hot. He got consistent later on in that fourth quarter. But like I say, man, you can keep speaking about the tactics, Matt, but you need every time you say Nate, you need to replace Nate's name with Nick Wrestler and Landry Fields. Because if
I get we can't. Hopefully, you know, they look at what we're doing and they're
Nate not changing his style, my guy. That's one thing. When people and that's what when somebody say, "Hey, this dude is old school," they usually mean they're not going to change shit.
That's the way he do. That's not fully true. I'll try to wait till my go around.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Y'all know I'll be running my mouth.
Like I said, I agree. Nate is old school. I'm saying it's not fully true that he's not changing or wanting to change or attempting to change. Okay, that's not fully true. That's why I was hoping Matt kept it 100 and repeated what the Clippers announcers actually said and stuff like that. Though, but we already know that Nate made a trip to try and go talk to Trey. All right, but to my knowledge that I gained or whatever from watching the Clippers broadcast, they brought up the fact that Nate has been trying to connect with the younger guys on a different level to the extent that he called and reached out to Coach K to ask him how did he basically adjust over the time period to this newer generation. I mean, Coach K unretired now though. But and then too, whatever I always said anyway, free Nate. Like y'all keep saying knocking the man for no. For me, I knock the younger guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one that point the finger or something like that and then don't do anything to help, because I mean, shoot, I work with the youth, or at least that's been my past. I haven't within the last few years, but I spent 15 years working parks and recreation with youth and stuff like that, and in young community and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like old school ain't bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Tradition ain't bad. A lot of people like to try and act that way or whatever. To be honest with you, let young people or younger generations do what they want to and stuff like that. You get a lot of chaos. You get a lot of bull crap or everything like that. We lost tonight. You know why we lost tonight? Because everybody ain't wear a headband. Y'all might be funny though, but that just goes to show you the team right there. We ain't no team. They not one unit. They not one unit. The sorry defenders decide not to wear headbands, so I guess because their hair too loose or something like that. Who knows what it is? I'm just saying, when you see they trying to do something as a team, that's why in college or high school, everybody got to wear a tie. You falling in line because we building a team, team karate. Nobody better than the other. That's why you see certain players yelling and fussing about stuff while everybody else running down the court, because you're thinking about yourself and stuff like that or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. We not a team. RJ, I heard you, listen to it before I got on here as well. You mentioned about we're poorly constructed. One and demanding them stuff, and I've been saying that for a good minute now, or whatever. This team is poorly constructed. You know why DJ was off a little bit more on the mid range? Because yes, the Clippers are longer. DJ at the end of the day only 6'5" or whatever. DJ not a big shooting guard. The Clippers, let's break down their starting lineup and just their team, period. I'm sitting here trying to think about their team and ask myself, is there a sorry defender on their team as Bogey or as Trey? On their team, period. Nope. Not a one. Definitely not in their starting five or who they're going to be dependent on. And then you got big old Paul George and Kawhi who guarding DJ. Stuff like that. And they got other guys throwing it. The man ain't small. He on Trey. It's just difficult. It's just simple. This team is poorly constructed. It is constructed to entertain the city of Atlanta and only get into the play-in or first round and then lose. It is not constructed to truly contend for a championship. It just isn't. No matter who the coach is, it's not constructed correctly. Period. Nate, he'll be gone at the end of the season. So let's beating a dead horse about Nate. Again, we saw during the stretch, during that game, that 5-game, 6-game winning streak or whatever, I saw pace. But also what happened during that time, we defended. We were statistically, you say, stop trying to make them a defense. That well, during the win streak, statistically, we was number one in defense.
And Mike, I told you that's not sustainable.
Trey was great in defense. Statistically speaking, Trey was great in defense during that time period. You run by playing defense, you get deflections, you get the rebound and push it. It's basic basketball, man. Yes, you still can push it when you're taking the ball from out of bounds. You can push it. But at the end of the day, when you're taking the ball out the net and you got the inbound it, just by default, the defense have a chance to get back. You're going to be pushing it against defense. You can run it up fast and take a quick shot. Y'all want to take quick shots. But okay, Hawks taking quick shots and going fast all the time, even with the defense set up, going to equal a whole lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers. And I don't think we want to go down that route. Because to be honest with you, we only started making the playoffs when Nate slowed these fools down. We stopped turning the balls over so much. Everybody wanted to neglect that and forget that and everything like that, though. But it's a reason for it, too. You can push the ball by playing defense. Get some deflections, defend, and stop them from scoring, and you can run. Stop trying to reinvent basketball like it's not that difficult. It's a basic game. All it takes is unselfishness and teamwork. That's it. I don't care if you're shooting threes or shooting twos. I'm listening to the three talk and everything. So that's peer pressure. That's what that is. That's peer pressure in a sense. Screw the team making their threes. Defend. You need to do what you need to do to make sure that you're getting the bucket. If your strength ain't necessarily on shooting these threes, then you don't need to do that. You need to defend. Slow it down if you have to, or do whatever you have to, but that you don't have to get caught up in it. A lot of people justify it or whatever. And what I see is that that's just weakness. Because to be honest with you, that's why the Celtics lost against the Warriors in the finals. I watched Marcus Smart pull up too many threes because he felt he needed to match a three that just happened on the other end. No, you didn't. You needed to come down and get yours or whatever, and then make sure you came down on the other end and play defense. and make sure you was there on them threes and continue to contest them. Let them keep throwing it up. But it's just like I said, man, it's not that difficult. Another thing, our defense, I said playtime. We got dumb players. I was trying to get the money to bring it up. I think the last show because I was in the comments and I couldn't get on, serving whatever. All that crap was messing up. Somebody in the New Pack Facebook group there shared it, and everybody, in the chat and stuff. Matt, anybody else, you can Google it. But somebody did a full video breakdown of the Chicago Bulls game that we had just recently lost.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Multiple players. Everybody on the team making dumb decisions on defense.
Yep.
Repeatedly. Everyone. We have a dumb team. They don't have each other's back the way they need to. And like I said, that's why I pointed out the headband. Everybody ain't get the memo. Obviously, somebody wanted to try and do something or whatever. Like, hey, let's do this. Shina, that's a little old school thing. I know it didn't come from Nate, though. You know what I'm saying? That's some stuff I ain't seen in a while. You remember back in the day, you used to see the underdog teams in the playoffs, everybody gonna wear a headband. You know what I'm saying? You used to see that stuff. But you don't see it no more. Why? Because these young guys, I guess, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, sure, I ain't that old myself. I'm close to their generation, but I'm not finna act like old ways or old school and stuff like that is something that you shouldn't blend in with new or keep as well. Because it works.
You know what, Mike? You know what? y'all don't remember Headband Joe? Joe had the headband. Marvin Williams had the headband. Big. Yeah, they all had the headband. Y'all remember that headband, Joe? Matter of fact, they did that shit in the playoffs against the Bulls. I think we played the Bulls. If I'm not mistaken.
And
headband Joe and them.
You brought up one of I know you brought this up a while back, man. One of the biggest problems they are having too, man, I think it's just too many young guys. I think some veteran leadership is desperately needed in that locker room, man. Hey, man, look, I know you probably ain't feeling the headband, but just put it on for the team. Even if you just wear it the first half, just show some unity. And that's one thing the team is really lacking. But I think that comes if you have a veteran presence in the locker room. If you got that veteran presence in the locker room, that can bring a lot of the young guys together because, the coach can't really do everything as far as like bringing guys together. But if you have that one veteran guy in there, Lou Williams was that guy for us a while back when we had him here. You
had Lou,
even though he was trying to get on TV, Vince Carter, right?
Solo.
Right. And I think the Hawks are really missing that. But then again, that really just goes back to the team being just poorly constructed, man. We all over the place, man. And I think, Mike, you said something that really made sense. The team is really built to entertain. When you watch them, it's almost like that Mike Vick effect, man. You don't know if they're going to win. You know they're going to, and you don't know if they're going to lose. But you damn sure know you're going to be entertained while you watching it. So, because, man, I'm telling you, man, when I was watching the game, man, I don't know if those were all Hawks fans out there. That stadium was packed, man. It was
number
packed.
2 in attendance, they say.
Number 2? Really?
We number 2 in attendance, but a lot of times it's Hawks fans selling their tickets.
Yep.
It's true.
Hey,
I can't blame them. Like Laker game, when you probably could pay your your quarterly season ticket fee on one game. I feel you. I feel it.
Hey, I want to point out something, man. I saw on the screen when they put it up because the Clippers brought it up. The Clipper broadcast brought it up, which I thought was just a telling stat of where we're at right now. Last year we were second in 3-point percentage and second in offense. This year we are a bottom 15 team in terms of offense, and we are number 23 out of 32 teams in 3-point shooting. Our offense has went from our best strength to like it's just mid now, man. You know what I mean? Like to go from second. Hold on. To go from second to 23 is probably
Nate in pace. I just said it for you, Matt. Go ahead, Juan.
It's probably the biggest drop off of any team from seasons past, from 2 to 23. Like you going from practically like number 1 to bottom 5, bottom 17 in the NBA, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of it has to do. We lost some of our shooters, Gallo, what's his name, Herder, whatnot. Nobody want to admit it. You know what I mean? And like that's okay, man. Do you as a fan? You know what I mean? But I'm looking at the stats. And Sacramento is 3rd or 4th in the West right now because they playing team ball. But
you know what, Juan? To piggyback on what you said, the stats, the shooting. See, I looked at that, man. I looked at, and I did this earlier this year, and I've said it millions of times, man. Last year we was 2 on offense. So when I saw that, first thing I go do, I went to go look at Trae Young. Trae Young was shooting from the field. He was shooting 48%.
Mm-hmm.
He was shooting 38% from three. That's the main reason why our offense is down. The offensive rating. That's the main reason. Because we Trae Young, we Trae Young, we're a Trae Young team. You know, we go as he goes.
I want to I want to
Go
say
ahead.
one thing before you kept
Go
going.
ahead, man.
Just
Go ahead.
man, I stand on this, and the statistics support it too. Mike brought it up a couple shows ago. Number 3 and number 4 in the league when I start in 5 collectively. You know, as we play together, plus minus. You know what I mean? I don't understand how a top 5 team, as far as plus minus and as far as advanced statistics go, can continue to come out and be a 25 and 25 team. Man, I'm gonna stand on what I said. We got what? It's 50 games, 80. We got 32 games left. I'm gonna stand on what I said. I don't see us winning 15 more games this season to get us over 4. I don't see it. We finna play the times.
Go
We
ahead,
finna
Juan.
play, and we finna play Denver in the next 7 days. I don't see us winning 40 games this season. Like, it
I ain't
is what
gonna
it is.
front.
I called out about a month and a half ago.
I ain't even gonna front. I don't even know if I'm gonna wait up for those fucking games, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, because you know, right now I gotta work in the office until March 17th. So I mean, and I'm not gonna stay up and waste my time with them games and do a post game live when we already see the same shit all the time. You feel me? But this what I wanted to add, right? Oh shit, Matt, did you get? Hold on, let me go back to Matt. Matt, did you get your post game, your thoughts on the game out yet?
He did that part. He want to give his thoughts on the offense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Because that's where our problems was, Mike. Defensively.
Go ahead. So you can finish.
Defense. Since you want to talk about defense, I've said it numerous times. I understand, Mike. You want a 1999 Sonics defensive team, or sorry, 1994 Seattle Sonics defensive team out there where we holding them down to 70 points or 59 points. We do not have the roster for that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a roster for that. Our roster, like I said, if y'all want this great historic defensive team like Boston last year, we need to find the very best two-way players from 2 to 15. The very best two-way players in the NBA. Because the way that we play with Trae Young, when he throws the ball off that pick and roll, right now, we don't have shooters. So that's why the shooting numbers are down. So he passes off the pick and roll, and he's throwing it to JJ in the corner, clank. Justin in the corner, clank. Bogey of late, clank. Murray lately, clank. So it makes sense that the numbers are down with the style in which we play. That's one. 2, I don't understand why Bogey plays so much in the fourth quarter. He's not hitting. He's getting blown by possession after possession on the perimeter. I mean, we already know Trae's not a good perimeter defender. I thought not this game, last game he tried more, you know, but also offensively, you know, he was our only hope in the fourth quarter offensively. Hunter, I don't know if he was trying to avoid foul trouble, but then you look at a play like, I think it was the fourth quarter, when he had played very good defense on Kawhi, but Murray came behind him stupidly and smacked him in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know if they're a young team. I said all the time, you can't be young and have no direction. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're young, and that's what we want to say, they're young, they have low IQ because they're young, then they need a lot of instruction from the sideline, right? Or somewhere in the stands, Grant Hill, somebody got to give them instruction if they're young, and that's where the low IQ comes from, is because they're young. They have to get in intensive instruction. If not, you're gonna see what you see.
Hey, this stat just popped up, man. The Hawks are number 29 in NBA in 3-point attempts. We average 30 a game. And There was just not enough volume, no way around it. 29th,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
29th.
Juan,
Bro,
we
we
take
should-
70% of
we
our we
should
take
be-
70% of our attempts from the two.
We should be bottom three
I-
and three. We should
But
be
the-
bottom
but-
three and 3-point attempts, 3 points made, and 3-point percentage. We should be bottom three.
You
We've
only
been
got
bottom, bro.
you only have two
we-
shooters on this team.
We've been at the bottom all year, dog. That's why.
Yeah, I'm
That's
saying
why
we-
when they
we-
point out,
But our
we've
shot,
been there.
but
When they
the
point out the
Mike,
3-point shooting, bro, that's why that shit don't bother me. We've been there all year. We've
Yes,
been
sir.
bottom
But
three in those three all year, dog.
but
all year.
but if we take Mike, if we take and the way we play now, we take 90 attempts. We're not a good shooting team, right? We take 90 attempts per game. We're not going to hit a majority of them shots because we can't shoot. You're going to lose more games than you win because you do not have enough attempts to offset the bad shooting. It's just math. It's basic math. I know you say it's modern, Mike, but it's math.
But what I'm
You
telling
get
you
more
is that your
attempts.
math is still not gonna add up right when you suck at shooting. Take more attempts, you're gonna have more misses. That's all I'm saying.
Mavericks. I thought.
And you know
Jason
what?
Kidd
And you
had
know
it.
what? You know what, Matt? Your theory could
Exactly.
almost work, but two things will have to happen. One, what Mike said, you're gonna have more misses. That means you better be good on the boards. And two, that means you better be good in what? Transition defense. Because if we running and pushing, guess what?
You better be
And we
getting
breaking
that.
like that, that means they out and running.
It's a lot goes into that, bro.
So
and
now
we
we
got
gotta be
weaknesses,
good on.
man.
We're not even good in a set defense.
But,
You talking
about
Dallas to be
transition defense?
Dallas proved this theory last year. It's their theory last year.
Is
Jason
there
Kidd.
theory?
They won a
J-
championship.
Jason,
They won
no,
a
they didn't win a championship, but they did.
Okay,
they
then.
did way overachieve by
Okay,
far.
and we
considering their
overachieved with,
roster.
whatever theory Nate McMillan and Lloyd Pierce used. We overachieving with the conference final.
Hey, Mike. Hey,
But
Mike.
even that year, we still shot way more threes than we shot.
So
now.
how come our theory no good, but they theory good?
Mike,
And
who
we got the same result.
Mike, who Pocket's talking about in the chat? Who makes 63 million? Who we talking about?
He talking about DeJounte, I think.
Nah, I think he talking about Trey, or Trey make more than that.
No, Trey
Trey
at like
made
200
way
something
more than
total. He
63,
made about
don't he?
No, he talking about in this season. This season, how much Trey getting paid? His
Oh.
total contract is like 200.
30, I want to say like 37, 35.
That new
Yeah, I think
contract
it's
is
36.
Did it kick in this year or does it kick
Yeah.
in next year?
So what he's saying, yeah, I don't think it's quite 63, but what he's saying is that we paying him superstar money, and in a nutshell, he probably
yeah.
gonna miss the All-Star game. And
Yeah.
I jokingly responded to him like, shoot, everybody mad at Joe getting max. At least he made the All-Star game every
That's
year.
facts. I
But
mean, you
whatever.
paying somebody 200 million, you figure they at least be an all-star. But I mean, hey, ain't nothing you can
Make
do.
sure that
Hey, bro,
happens.
nothing you can do
I mean,
when
Trey
your
can
peers
still
don't
make
like
it. He
you,
can still
bro.
make it. It just not necessarily,
Ain't nothing, hey,
But-
bro, ain't
but-
nothing you can do, bro. Listen, how your
But
peers?
Damon,
do stuff,
you live in Texas. Damon, Dallas. What they do last year? We gonna put up 50, 63s a game. We know we only gonna hit like 25, 20,
Yeah.
sometimes
Matt,
18.
Let me tell you, but
we
guess
know,
what, Matt? Guess who else tried that theory? Guess who else tried that theory? You don't remember the Rockets and what they do in the
Didn't they
playoffs?
make it to the Western
Yeah, the
Conference
Rockets.
Finals?
7 in a row in the
Didn't they make
playoff.
didn't they make it to the conference finals?
Did they make it to the finals?
But we all know they're not built to win a championship. We already know
That's
that.
the whole
But I'm
point, is
saying-
to win the championship, man.
I know, but I'm saying right now, I never said they're a championship team, but they're damn sure better than 25 and 25.
Who the
Are
Hawks?
they? Are they?
The
'Cause I'm about
Hawks.
to sound like bruh from what's his name?
Bro.
What's the famous line from football?
Damon,
Green from the
I
Cardinals.
I know.
We
Herman,
are
what's his
what
name?
our
I know,
record
Herb
says
Edwards.
we are, dog.
Damon, you said it last show at the beginning in training camp when we got back from Abu Dhabi. Who up here said we would be 25 and 25, 50 games? this season?
Exactly.
Nobody.
I said on
that's what I'm
paper.
saying.
But you know what? When I said that, everybody in the chat called me negative. Why you so negative all the time? They just won 5 in a row.
Hey, man,
No.
I understand what you're saying though, Matt, but at the same time though, like hell, we all wrong. Everybody was wrong, bro. At some point, you are what your record say you are, bro. Like at some point, it's
How
a
about
lot of
this?
wishing and hoping and thinking and stuff like that though. But like, bro, you what your record are?
How about this? How about this, man? How about we say this? How about we say this? Our record shows the effort we've been putting out, because on paper at the beginning of the season, I thought we were gonna win 50 games. Because I was hoping that our offense stayed somewhere in the top 10, but I knew it was gonna be 2. But I was like, at least top 10. And I thought the defense, I said if we could improve the defense, at least 10 positions from 26 to 16, we should win 50 games. I didn't expect the offense to be shit. And I'm talking about we can't shoot the ball. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no play. I'm talking about why my superstar.
Bro, everybody can't shoot, bro. Trey missed like 3-4 free throws tonight again, bro. I know he's shooting 88%, but I swear, well, he is down. He down on his free throws too. It's just still higher. It's still high. But for Trey, this is the most free throws this man has ever missed. He is just shooting bad across the board. You know, like
I got a question.
Numbers, but watching, it's like, yes, Trey, you usually don't miss these, dog.
So I got a question for y'all, right? So well, I'm sorry, RJ, you said we're badly constructed. I know Mike feels that way, and Damon, you feel that way too. We're badly constructed.
You know, I've been telling y'all that since day one. Okay. This team is not built.
So if we all want them to win a championship in the next few years, how are we going to rebuild the roster with no picks and an inexperienced front office?
Well, somebody gonna have to go, obviously, which is why they're trying to move John Collins. And I mean, we've been talking about that for the last 3-4 years. But like, my pick is right now, man. You're gonna have to move one of the front court pieces, either Capella or John Collins, and you're gonna have to move on from Bogey too, man. We gotta relinquish some money to get back in, get some more positive cap.
And one thing about it, when you talk about winning championships, them picks, NBA picks are really overrated. What you need to do is go get superstars.
At least
guess what, RJ? Guess what? See, and that's where you need a guy like Travis, because like Travis wouldn't have gave all that for DeJounte.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have gave. Well, if we believe the article, he said we paid it's too much. He wouldn't pay that much.
Well,
but guess what? Trey Young and Nick Wrestler wanted to make Trey happy, and that's Trey buddy. So I talked to him at the All-Star game. Go get it. Now, this who we stuck with. Cause let me tell you what the situation is. Let me tell y'all what the situation is, folks. We get carried away here. We don't control our first round pick, right? Wait, we got 2 in the next
2
years.
6 years.
The rest of them 6 years. We only got 2 first round picks. The other 2 are San Antonio's, and they got a pick swap. So you can basically cancel the draft, okay? Unless, and this is what I said, the front office got to make a decision right now. What are we doing? Are we trying to compete, or do we need to start it over? I ain't gonna say blow it up. I'm gonna say, do we need to start it over? Because if you need to start it over, you need to take John Collins. You got to get off that Collins money, okay? You need to get picks in return for Collins, okay? The Bogey, you're not getting off Bogey money, bro, unless you might be able to get off of it at the deadline, because we should just be owing them half of that money. Well, the problem is he gonna opt into the player option at the end of the year. So if you're trying to get off his money, guess what? A team probably gonna want to pick to even take him, because they know he gonna opt in at that 18 million. So you're probably stuck with Bogey. Okay, now if you think the team we need some pieces, you gonna have. I hate to say it, but you're gonna have to package some of them young boys. Okay, if you think this team could compete, and we're gonna get a super. When I say a star, I mean somebody who's been all NBA more than once, first, second, third team, but been there more than once. Okay, you're gonna have to give up a Jalen Johnson.
Yeah,
because this is
you might even have to give up an AJ Griffin
situation we find ourselves in. Guess what, guys? If we don't trade for DeJounte Murray, we may be sucking, but we got all our chips on the table. You see what I'm saying? But now, and don't forget how much the owner want to pay.
Yeah. Because
guess what? You still got Capella extension. I don't even know if Capella extension kicked in yet. You got Capella money. Okay. DeJounte, you got his money.
And you got to pay Big O this summer.
And guess what? You got to how you gonna extend him next year? You can't lose him.
Definitely not.
You see, this will happen when you put people like Nick Wrestler with no freaking experience and they listen to players. Now we in a bad position without having to blow it up.
And you wasting a year. I'm sorry, Mike.
This is ridiculous, man. Listen, they want to save face, so they don't want to fire Nate Ben Miller.
Are they wasting a year though? Are they really wasting a year?
Huh? Mike, they're wasting a year, Mike.
How?
They know, man.
We all know.
How? How? We number 2 in attendance. Are they truly wasting the year?
Well, I mean, if you look at it financially, then no. But if you look at it in wins and losses, then yeah.
Yeah, Tony Russell wins and losses. But when Demond proposed the question, do you want to compete or start over? I don't think that's the question that they asking in the front office. You know what I'm saying? Compete to them is like compete to make a playoff and get extra games after the season, after you're allotted 82. That's what they're trying to do. They not worried about winning no ring and nothing like that. They just trying to get them extra ticket sales and stuff like that. Right?
Yep, exactly right. The Hawks are not trying. We knew coming to the season we want championship quality. You know, we already knew that first and foremost. But we at least thought we were going to compete. You can't. Everybody on the panel right now can at least say we thought we was going to compete. We're not competing, man. We're 25-25. We're worse than we were last year at this point, man. You know, at least we went on 7. At least we went on a 7-game winning streak last year. And to think about it all. When everybody in here, high hopes, a week and a half ago, we won 5 straight. Now we lost 3 of our last 4. Like how quickly we go from being up top to going back down. A roller coaster of emotions with this team, man. Like you can't just get on board with them. And you know, and then you got the trolls and New Pack City and everything else to just make it even worse, bro. I'm just like, man, y'all are horrible. The Traces, if you want to call them, you know.
That's because like I be telling them cats, man, they don't be watching the game. They make the most general ass statements. Okay,
yeah, they don't watch the.
They don't watch the game, man. And listen, man, I told y'all, bro, we are in a bad position. But I mean, we could easily, and I'm gonna tell you like this. And I used to say this, man. I used to say this before we had Trae Young. I used to tell people this all the time. When they be like, we need a star, I'd be like, you don't know what it takes to go trade for a star.
Yep.
Okay? For Siakam. And I'm only using Siakam because it's easier to trade for a star when a team's sucking, right? You gonna give up if you think you're not giving up a Jalen Johnson in a deal. You tripping?
Yeah.
If you think
that's why I said I don't think the team is poorly constructed. I just think it's
bro. We are, dog. We are.
I think you need a big. You need another wing. You need a point guard. That's 3 pieces. That's it.
Hold up. We need we need shooting. We need perimeter shooting. Okay.
But you could get that in a wing, a backup wing.
What?
You could get that in a backup wing.
Put it like this, Matt. Who you think contenders right now in the league?
Boston, Milwaukee. I think the Clippers, if healthy. That was my pick to win the championship if they were healthy.
Philly looking like a contender right now, man.
I gotta see them in the playoffs. Too many playoffs.
I wouldn't say that, but anyway. But my team is though, with those teams. What's up?
Real quick though, man. One of the big things we really not discussing, man. We ain't got no depth either, though.
Nope.
I mean, you look at that guys on the bench. That bench, man.
But bro, that's what I was kind of trying to get to, RJ. I was about to ask then, Matt, if those are the teams that you see as contenders, you just said in a nutshell, we saying poorly constructed. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to use the words, but you're going to sit there and label about, 3-4 different things that we need.
Three positions is not poorly constructed. Poorly constructed is like 5 or 6.
But my question is, the contenders you just named, do they have 3 positions they need to still go get and fill?
I think
or
so.
Are they contenders as is?
Oh, so like Boston, right? Boston, to me, they need a legitimate power forward. Al Horford's not, I'm saying he can hit some shots, but long term, he's not legitimate. They need a backup point guard, and they need a backup wing behind Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They have the same problems we have. They're just their stars are better, and they're better coached.
I disagree with that because never mind. Tatum, never mind.
I'm watching them right now. They don't need no backup. They need a big. That's why they're trying to get a big right now. That's why they try to get Jacob Poeltl. But
they got Robert Williams.
But that's only because Robert Williams is in and out the lineup. Probably.
Robert Williams
is hurt, right? Robert Williams is still hurt.
Hey,
If
did
he
y'all
was
hear that?
healthy and
Hey,
like
did
going
y'all
and
hear
stuff, I
that?
don't think they'd be trying too much.
And did y'all hear? Now I don't know if anybody want to make a deal for this guy. Did y'all hear that Seth Curry is available from the Nets? What y'all thinking about that?
Seth Curry?
Who?
Yeah, Seth Curry. Seth. I don't know why I can't say
For
Seth
me,
Yo, man.
me personally,
Yeah, give me
he
y'all.
doesn't
Y'all
he doesn't
y'all
meet my
thoughts on
height
that.
requirement. He don't meet my height minimum, bro.
They said
Yeah.
Bones Highland is available.
Yeah, Bones
too, because
available. Bones
He
available.
hit Mike Malone. We need that type of energy over here. I'm not advocating for
Man.
violence, but I'm just saying
He
we
hit
need that
Mike
type
Malone?
of dog.
He put his hands on Mike Malone.
They
That
said he
was some
bumped him or
MMA
something.
fighters out there, baby.
Oh, bro, he might be. He
Yeah,
might be
so
out the
different.
league.
What's up?
Hey, we need that
We
type
don't
of
need no
energy.
more guards. We
My
don't
God,
need no more
what's
guards.
good? What's
Yeah,
good,
what's cool,
Rashad?
man?
Tap
What's
in with your
good,
boy,
man?
man.
You know, I was sitting there. You know, I've been busy. I was sitting there. I was like, let me listen. And that don't never go my way. I'm always like, man, let me get on here. Hey, man, I just want to put my 2 cents in on the whole. Our squad ain't a good squad. They poorly built, bruh. I'm telling you, that is not facts, man. We have a really good squad. Everybody knows it around the league. Your boy from the Knicks fan, he come on here all the time talking about it. You look at what happened when we traded away Herter. You know, this is the problem is strategy and buy-in. That is it. And really, that only boils down to changing one person, in my opinion, and that's Nate. You know, I'm not saying
I have to say it.
I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. Coaches a lot of times are victim of their environment, just like players are, and like we would be misguided if we made a decision based on a coach that we know has no proven record of winning NBA championships. And so, like, to me, to start trading for Bones Highland and all these different players, like, I'm like, no, like, we need to.
I'll take Bones Highland.
Lying to y'all.
Rashad,
I'll take Bones.
Rashad, let me save you a whole bunch of heartache, man. Okay, like I've been asking on Twitter, and I say it here every night. If the problem is Nate, why is he still here?
Bro,
why isn't he gone?
Past that? Rashad thinks that we're supposed to get a championship coach. He believed that we're supposed to have a more accomplished coach than Nate here to coach this team.
Well, I didn't say accomplished, though. I didn't say accomplished.
Okay, more what then?
Saying,
what was the word you used?
PR.
I think a proven coach.
Proven? Well, to me, that's like being accomplished, bro. What are you talking about?
You know what?
That's just one of the solutions.
We need a
listen,
Snyder,
Rashad.
Kenny Atkinson.
Listen. Okay, let me tell you why that's not gonna happen. Okay, let me tell you why that's not gonna happen. Because if you was an accomplished coach, right, and coaches talk, we all little coaching fraternity, they talk, and Nate McMillan come to you and say, "Bruh, this place is fucked up." Okay. The way it's constructed, the people who has the power, I don't have no control over my roster. I don't have control over my players. I definitely don't have control over my star player. That's the type of place a proven coach would want to take on. Because let me tell you something. I don't think Trey. Now I'm basing all this off the reports, off the Athletic and AJC. I don't think Trey and Nick Wrestler is gonna give up any type of power. I think they're gonna keep talking and keep doing their thing.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a Houston situation.
You gonna go in there? You gonna go in there as a proven coach and work around that?
Yeah, I think. I mean, what's your choice? Like, here's the thing.
I'm trying to tell you, you're not gonna get a proven coach.
So
not in those conditions.
Well, check this out. Houston had a similar problem with James Harden. They had a similar problem with James Harden to where they put what's your boy that's out in Philly now? You know,
PJ
Not Rivers.
No, the GM.
Oh, Daryl Morey.
Yeah, Daryl Morey. So Daryl Morey came in and he said it. He was like, I was so grateful to be able to get a talent like James Harden, and his talent build my value in the league. He was like, I will forever be grateful to that guy. And what did he do? He went and got him again. But they said he capitulated to every demand that James Harden wanted. Now, did it end in the way that they wanted it to? Absolutely not.
Rashad,
but I'm just saying
that's a cool story. But
he also missed where
listen, I'm at the point as a fan to where this shit need to end in a championship. I don't want to end it, and that was a good job. We got good jobs.
He's saying that
they was 2 wins away from a championship.
Houston didn't get to it though. But at the same time, though, I'm not saying Trey can't do this. But if you telling me he'll listen to Harden, I can at least say that James Harden was an MVP.
Yep.
Was he not?
Yep.
He won the MVP before.
I ain't saying necessarily before. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when he was there with Houston. When he was with Houston, he was an MVP.
No, but you missing the point. But they brought in a proven coach, Dan Toney, in a fucked up system. In a fucked up situation. They brought in a proven coach. That proven coach made James Harden the MVP. James Harden was not an MVP before Dan Toney.
Who the Rockets owner?
What's the guy? The restaurant guy. Yeah, Fertitta.
And you know what? He stayed out of the way too.
It's not one of them family things or whatever. How long he been there?
Nah, Danny Fertitta. I think he been there for a minute. He owned like Red Lobsters and all that.
But see, he stayed.
No, he just bought the team like 3 years ago, bro.
The difference between
Danny Fertitta just bought that team.
Stayed out the way, man.
He wasn't there doing that.
You got an owner that's still in the mix. That's going to make things difficult. But that's why I say if the Hawks can really get their team constructed right, it can overcome a lot of bad coaching.
When y'all say construct the team right, what are we missing? What are we missing as a team?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. You're not missing much.
First of all, you're missing.
As a team, we need to get a 3-point shooting.
We missing where?
But that's
we missing 3-point shooting.
Yes.
Are you serious? Okay, Trey is an above average 3-point shooter historically. Bogey is an above average 3-point shooter historically. What's my guy? Frank the Tank. Motherfucking Frank the Tank is a 40% 3-point shooter. We got Holiday brother. Both Justin was an above. He was a 40% 3-point shooter.
I know you not bringing up
Justin shooting 42% right now. That's 5 people.
Justin Holiday.
That's 5 people.
Rashad, you
Crayon head Justin Holiday. We bringing up crayon head Justin Holiday.
But what my point is, we saw Herter leave, and his talent was fully tapped into. We saw it, and so people are coming here and they have a resume that they cannot live up to as an Atlanta Hawk. So who? Frank the fucking Tank, man.
What resume?
Look, man.
Nah, but Justin Holiday was a 40% free.
But still, I don't want to hear that. What resume they not living up to? They still bench bombs, bro, and they been everywhere. What are you talking about?
Hey, but I'm saying, as far as them executing what they're supposed to do, they can't do it here. They're not able to do it.
Rashad.
So Herter is better without the Hawks. Herter is.
I said that last year.
Sorry for all the profanity. That motherfucker man win the 3-point shooting contest this year.
Kevin Herter is better because he is not playing with Trey Young.
Oh, come on, Mike.
Kevin Herter. Don't mic me. Don't mic me. Anybody who watched the doggone Hawks and y'all pay attention with a non-biased eye, Kevin Herter played better here whenever Trey was not on the floor.
That's
it's just not all the time that it happens.
Because he didn't have to defer.
Mike, last year, I said, and Juan could attest to this last year, I said if you run Kevin Huerter off screens, if you run him off pin downs, if you run him off flare screens, he's going to be a better player because but if you ask him to get his own shot off the dribble consistently, he's going to struggle. But if you set screens for him and catch and shoot, and he know about how many attempts he's going to get per game going into the game, he's going to be a better player. And that's exactly what's happening in Sacramento. Exactly. Hold on, man. De'Aaron Fox, the same things y'all say about Trae Young, his usage rate, his ball, how his usage rate, how much he has the ball. Same things they were saying about De'Aaron Fox and saying in Sacramento. The difference is Mike Brown has implemented a system of ball movement and player movement where Kevin Huerter is a system that Kevin Huerter can depend on, as opposed to what we got with Trae Young, which is just herky-jerky, throwing the ball all over the court and seeing where it lands.
Okay, I'll contest that. I'm gonna hit you first, Matt. Then I'll go back to Rashad. So, Matt, yes, Kevin Huerter is best coming out screens, which we envisioned with the Klay Thompson type draft pick when we picked him up 2018, 2019, when we selected Trae, 2018. We envisioned him being a catch and shoot shooter like he is right now, but we claimed him as Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is a Hall of Famer. Kevin Huerter is 2 notches below him. However, he's still a consistent shooter from 3-point range, and his true shooting is higher than Trae's this year right now. That's number one. Rashad, I don't know if you was trolling and whatnot when you were saying Kaminsky and Holiday or whatnot. There's a reason why these guys are consistently travel from bench to bench in NBA teams, because they're not good. All right. If they were so good, they would be getting the money of these the consistent role players in the NBA right now, and they would not be buried at the end of a bench.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true, bro. Hold on. It's only 400 players in the NBA.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Kaminsky, if he was so good, would have had so many teams reaching out him to be that backup center to be for a championship team. That's number one. If Justin Holiday was so good, he would have teams reaching out to him to be that backup small forward shooting guard. They're not that good, man. The stats prove they're not that good. All right. Whether they're being used incorrectly here or not, if they went to another team, they're not going to shine like that. They have a resume of showing not to shine like that.
Okay.
I agree with that.
What was the question? What was the question? We need 3-point shooters, right?
I can tell you
that's what y'all said the question was.
I can tell you my reason about being poorly constructed. All right. My reasoning for it. My reasoning for saying it also, well, I ain't gonna, I don't like doing all the other, technicality stuff and numbers and everything like that. It's just with the naked basic eye or whatever. It's like we doing too much. It should be not one person on this team that is undersized outside of Trae Young. For the fact that you have Trae Young, you should not have not one other person on the floor who is basically undersized at their position. We got DJ. I keep hearing fans wanting AJ to play a lot. Y'all want to play AJ at the 3. Well, newsflash, AJ gonna be small at the 3 too. Every single doggone night.
6'6".
JC little T-Rex arms. He's small, basically his position.
Yep.
Every other night down below, you know what the deal is. We are small everywhere, guys. And I don't know why people think that doesn't matter. Okay, you get through the season. Okay, you get through the season. We get to the playoffs. It's gonna matter.
But Mike, you're saying that off of the way you want them to play, because they were built on a particular way. Another person wanted them to play.
I didn't even speak about no play style. I'm just talking.
No. I'm saying the team is constructed. The team is you're saying you want them to be built more traditionally. I'm saying they're not built that way because. You said they need to be
Matt, they can play the way you want them to play.
No, I'm not talking about style play. I'm talking about the height of the players. They're small for a reason, to play faster.
Okay.
That's why they're small.
So is the Clippers a contender?
Your mic muted, Demond. Your mic muted.
Matt, let me tell you something. The problem with what you just said is the person who was supposed to draft them is no longer there.
No, I agree with that.
But what are we doing?
But Demond, that takes time to change over. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to change it over.
Okay, how long is this going to take, Matt? I'm going to tell you like this. How long is it going to take? Murray need a contract next summer, dog.
But Demond, I'm saying.
What you going to tell Murray? Murray, I need you to wait another 2 more years so Becky Hammond can get the team rolling again.
Hey, I'm a stand on that hill, and I'm a die on that hill.
Well, I ain't worried about that hill because we know that ain't never happening. But check it out, man.
But Demond, I'm saying it's gonna take too long with Mike and RJ. Y'all saying the whole. I'm not sure if Juan said that, but reconstruct the roster. That's gonna take too long. It's much simpler to just fix the 3 holes that we all or most of us say it's the
But
problem.
Matt,
What
They
are
need
the
to
holes?
get another
I don't
big
think we
and a
have
backup
it.
point guard.
Matt, how we fixing these issues? You're not getting nothing for Oh, tell me how we gonna fix it. You know our situation. You know the owner don't want to spend. You know we don't have no draft capital. Okay, so how we gonna fix the issue for right now for next year? How you plan on fixing that?
I'm getting off of Collins. I'm getting
How?
off of Bogey.
How? No, I need to know how you gonna do this. How you gonna get off the Collins money? It's easy to say it. How you gonna do it? Because it's no way.
They said it's
Go ahead.
offers right. It's an offer right now from New Orleans for Troy Murphy and a pick for John Collins. I would do that tomorrow.
What's
I'm
Troy
sure
Murphy?
you can get off
What do
Bogey.
you
Troy Murphy is good. He's a very good 3-and-D player. His second year right now. He's very, very good. Like
Okay, so you get
Top
him.
five.
Well, you got to get more to him because
Well,
he's just a second year player.
The money
maybe
gotta
Gomez. You get some other ancillary pieces that you're gonna cut anyway. But I'm saying, like, you get him, right? Then
Who gonna play the
Bogey,
four? Who gonna
I'm
play the four?
positive you can get
Yeah,
off
who's gonna play the
Bogey.
4?
Troy Murphy, he's 6'9", but he's a way better defender than John Collins, and he's a way better.
Okay, so if we trade for Troy Murphy, he a day one starter.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's starting right now for the Pelicans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting off of him. I could get off Bogey. I'm sure they could get off Bogey if they had an
You
offer
can't get
last
off
year for
Bogey,
Josh
man.
Hart.
You can get off Bogey in a heartbeat.
You get
No,
up.
you
You
can't,
probably
'cause
get
he
off
gotta
Bogey
play-
for Josh Hart.
No, because he got a player option. So the team that's taking Bogey gotta want to pay Bogey that $18 million. He gonna opt in next year. That's what you got.
Teams are licking their chops to get Bogey. Listen to these NBA
Name
strategies.
me who trying to get Bogey?
Okay,
Bogey.
one we stole him from Milwaukee.
No,
we stole him from Milwaukee. Milwaukee will take him today. Boston will take him now. Boston wanted him and Herter.
No, Rashad, not gonna let you do that.
Boston wanted him and Herter.
Now you just making it up. Chicago will take him.
Matt just said the same thing I said.
Name me a trade that you've seen out there that somebody trying to get Bogey. Because I ain't seen one.
We're not trading Bogey, but there are teams who want Bogey. Such
That's
as
what I
Boston.
just said. Get off his money, mean trade him. Get the money off the books.
Yeah.
Teams want Bogey.
Who?
Boston.
Ain't nobody made an
Which
offer.
team?
Nobody want to pay
Boston
him.
wants Bogey.
No,
Who?
Boston.
Let me go look up Boston. Let me go look him up because I didn't see
Celtics
nothing.
want Bogey.
I know.
'Cause I didn't see nothing.
Where'd you get that from?
Where you see that at?
I haven't seen it this year, but last year they did.
No, not last year. We talking about
this
right
year.
now.
We talking
Right
about this
now.
year. Demon's asking this year.
I know,
which
but I'm
teams
saying,
want Bogey.
I'm sure you can get off his money, Demon. That's the point.
Bro, the only way you're going to get off Bogey money,
Is if
the
you
only way
trade
you can
him
get rid of
right
Bogey
now.
is if you trade him next year at the deadline where you only owe half of the money. If you try to trade him now or this offseason, them teams going to want to pick. Because
It'll
nobody,
be easy to
because
get
they already
Bogey off.
know. They
If
already
Bogey
know
was
that the
playing
Hawks
better,
are
it'd
only
probably be a
trading
little
him to get off the money. So when they know you trying to get off money, them
Yep,
teams
they
gonna be
wanna-
like Oklahoma City, they're gonna be like, we'll take him, but we want a first round pick.
Okay, trade rumors linked to Bogey. Phoenix Suns are a natural potential landing spot. Add the fact that they have already been linked to Bogdanovich, and it makes it even more sense. That's one team.
Okay, so what's the offer?
Two teams.
Yeah, what's
What's the
Mavericks.
offer?
Dallas
the trade
Mavericks. No,
offer?
these are rumors. These are rumors.
He reading something that Matt Cousin tweeted or whatever.
These are rumors. It's at Dallas.
No. Okay, all right, Demon. So I'll get rid of. I'll even if I have to touch the pick, I'll get off Bogey, right? And then that leaves me with Capella. Toronto's interested in Capella. Portland's interested in Capella. There's plenty of teams that the Clippers are interested
How much
in
Capella owe? How much Capella owe?
Clint.
I think $20 million.
You know Rashad don't even like that one. Look at Rashad. He don't even like that.
No, man. Fuck that.
But I'm saying, all you
Who
need,
you getting
Demond,
back
you need another big. You need a backup wing for Hunter, and you need a backup point guard. That's it. You don't need five or six dudes.
No, let me tell you what I would do. I would get a Okongwu, Jalen Johnson, John Collins. I'm going to find me a freaking all NBA player, dog. That's what I would do.
No.
I'm going to get me a star, dog. I need somebody better than Trey. I need somebody better than Trey. I need somebody better than just DeJounte. I need somebody better, dog.
Yeah, maybe DeJounte, but not Trey. That's going to be hard to find.
That ain't gonna be hard
to find. I don't know if it's that hard to find now.
That ain't gonna be hard to find.
And don't say Siakam is better than him, Please.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, there's 12 motherfuckers better than him that his own peers think better than he is.
Hey, man, go get shade.
His own peers don't even think he the 12. So I can find me a dude better than him. But on the real, we need somebody who can take over a game, bro.
And especially at the front court spot, please. I mean, like, sheesh.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm ready to get
3-4.
I don't know what he do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Y'all see Brett balling,
ready to get off John Collins?
Everybody,
y'all can have him, man. Get him up out of here, man.
I say, y'all know y'all don't like him.
2 weeks ago, you were talking about, I don't understand why all these people want to trade John Collins.
No, 2 weeks ago, no. That was months ago. 2 weeks ago, I was telling Juan that. I was like, Juan, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're right. That
was 4 weeks ago.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, I ain't going to sit here in front. Mike and Lou, they've been ready to get off John Collins for a minute, and I've always been like, no. So I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
I would get off Collins.
I'm not gonna sit here in front.
I would only trade Collins if you get somebody better at the 4. That's basically.
We ain't gonna get nothing, dog.
That's only with me.
We need,
or at least fill 2 needs at the same time.
I think we already got his replacement.
But I'm saying Gallo was important or whatever. He just was a bench player and old, but the skill set that he brought, which was basically being the only post player that we had, was important. Right now, the only
We just saw it, Mike. We played through the post tonight and lost. I don't want no post player.
Hold it.
Matt, again, like, bro, man,
he didn't even get the ball enough to even
like
do
I said,
it. But still,
like I was saying, Gallo was important to this team. He was just being able to do that thing or whatever. We regressed and everything last season and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying. It's the style. You say you don't need a post player. Well, Matt, as we already know, John Collins sucked at that. What I'm saying is having an actual star player in the paint, okay, who is a star there. Because right now, when it comes to getting into the paint to score, the only thing that we have, and it's been like that even with Gallo was here, we're dependent upon Trey's floater. And if Trey is off, in which is he's basically been all season, not consistent as that great, we have no, in a sense, that type of presence and everything like that. So y'all don't like certain players or whatever, though, but it's, to me, I think that it would be a good thing if we had somebody that was in the front court that you can lean on and stuff like that or whatever. That, yes, Trey can give the ball to. If you want to do that, I know everybody hate it, but hell, if anything, if you are going to do the take turn type things between your star, it should be a backcourt guy and a front court guy. You take turns, whatever. You pick and roll, whatever. That's the dare, and then even outside of pick and roll, I'm dumping it down to you. You going to work, and the offense is running it through you. You also a playmaker at that position. Hey, I don't know. I was on Travis back about it, but I don't know if it was Travis or not because I don't know who gave Clint that stupid stipulation in his contract to where last season we couldn't trade him. Like, we couldn't trade him. And when I found that out, I was like, that's just dumb. Like, which one of y'all sit here and messed us up in that way? Again, I know some of y'all don't like the man, but Sabonis would have been a nice piece. That's all.
Actually, I don't disagree with that.
Man, all-star. Man, all-star.
He playing like an all-star this year for sure. That's
playing like a top 20.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
I mean, but he's always in a sense. What?
I'm saying, Mike, is if Trey is currently the best player on the team, right? If he is all the time, I'm saying he's the best player on our team right now.
Is he?
January 28th. Come on, Rashard. So I'm saying, right? So if he's like, we got to increase the tempo. We got to play faster. We got to play more modern, right? And you want a slow down, traditional, back to the basket player. How the two don't go together.
Number one, Matt. What you're saying is not true. Period. Yeah. Because today's basketball game, even us, is way faster than the tradition that you keep trying to refer to. Like, stop doing that, bro. Sabonis can play, bro. Trey, stop excusing Trey. He has the ball in his hand. He can run up the floor if he wants to. He can make a faster pass. He can make a quicker decision. But that's what we go back to. The OG Chauncey come in here and said, and I said it too. Y'all want a coach to coddle these boys. And walk, like, seriously, listen to what you're saying. Is our superstar player that we're paying and hitch the franchise on that dumb and that needing of somebody to tell him every single moment of the game? Is that the way it is? If so, Matt, I'm worried. I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah,
Because he ain't that guy.
Bro,
No, let me ask a question though. Let me ask a question because I was thinking about this with just the talent and players getting better, because that's usually my vein. I think players can get better. As far as like players playing in the post, like the mid post, the pinch post, things like that. Do y'all think that's something that DeJounte can develop? Because I actually think that will be a good addition to his offense.
The what now?
You saying that
DeJounte being able to play like like mid post, like a KD, or like a Tatum, isolation, mid post.
I don't know about that.
You don't got the body type
at the two. If he's at the two, majority of the time, he's not gonna have that ability. KD and Tatum, at the end of the day, they're longer and taller. Like, I'm a slim guy, right?
He's long,
but it's time, huh?
Yeah, he's long,
but he got like a 7 foot wingspan.
He's long, but he's not the height of like
only 6'5", whatever. Like, majority. My bad, Juan. Go ahead. I'm just
200 pounds. Murray, not even 200 pounds. You want to play in the post, man? Those dudes. They need to get a shot too.
KD and Tatum, a lot of times they have the obvious height advantage and stuff like that. It's like obvious. And then when you put somebody bigger and tall on them, that's when they take them perimeter and cook. It's a mismatch regardless. DJ ain't quite there. He's only 6'5". You put him at point guard, then maybe it's some matchups and nights where that could be the case.
If you do a point guard, it's more like a Russell Westbrook type.
We're undersized. It doesn't make sense that you're going to hit your wagon on Trey, an automatically undersized guy, and then go keep bringing us undersized people onto this team. I don't care how skilled they are. It just doesn't make sense. Not when your main guy is undersized himself. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Hey, I agree with that, man. The team needs to be taller, man. That's the only way. I mean, you got too many short guys in the current positions. I mean,
undersized,
ridiculous. It's undersized galore. I mean, across the board.
We should have been taller at the conference finals. We should have been taller. All right, the Bucks did us when they had 3 7-footers out there grabbing every single rebound, and Brook Lopez going off for 20 and 10 a game. All right, but I digress because we have not. We ain't addressed that in 2 years, and we still playing away with a 6'10" center who has no offensive skill set and who can't even make 70% at the basket.
Hey, man, we 6 and 10 when that 6'10" center is out, man. Let's stop all the Capella hate, man. Capella do his job, man. Capella do his job.
Do his job.
We 6 and 10 and we still 25 and 25. So
I know we still average, man.
No, but Juan,
we'd be 4 games over 500 if he wouldn't have got hurt.
I don't know about all that now.
I don't know about all
that.
Tonight. I don't know about all that, but go ahead.
You're right.
I mean, I know he's not here anymore, but what I'm saying, Juan and Mike and everybody else is we're too far in to what we're trying to do. It makes it's more efficient to just finish out. Yes, you add in players that add in height, add in a wing, add in the back.
I ain't talking about right now. I agree with you. We screwed right now, bro.
Well, we got
so we got to see what happens. We try to flip a team around. We try to build Milwaukee.
Rashawn, we do not have a 7-footer on this team that can do what Bobby Portis can do off the bench.
Exactly.
Example. We do not have a 7-footer that can do what Andre Drummond can do off the bench and grab offensive rebounds and go back up. We don't have that.
Speaking of 7-footers,
Andre Drummond. I don't think we got anybody with Bobby Hart on his team.
Drummond, yes.
Drummond's
well, just so y'all know, Frank Kaminsky is a legitimate 7-footer.
So. And he can't get no playing time because he's
legitimate 7-footer.
He can't get no playing time because our coach don't know how to use a stretch 5.
No.
I'm sorry, you can just highlight that by saying know how to use anyone.
Man, you don't get no playing time because what? Basically, every center we face is much faster than him. I mean,
the reason Frank Kaminsky doesn't get playing time. The reason Frank Kaminsky doesn't get playing time is because Nate McMillan has an idea of how centers should play. They should play in the paint. They should bang. They should grab rebounds. That's how he thinks about playing. Here's the thing. wrestler or not wrestler. What's the guy? Travis, who comes from Golden State, wants a more fluid type of style to where players can be mismatched like a 5-out. That needs to be an option like Golden State. And therefore, if you remember the first Golden State run, they used a guy called Mo Speaks, who was a 7-footer.
Oh, you talking about Maurice Space?
Yeah. Mo Speaks, who was a 7-footer and could shoot the ball from the perimeter. And they used them in spots. What does that do? That opens up the paint so that your guards can get easy runs to the rim.
And David Lee back in his prime.
Maurice,
David Lee, yeah.
Hold on, because we can't do that with Frank Kaminsky. Maurice Space was a legit 6'8", 6'9", 250, 260 who can bang in the paint and
exactly. And got that mid range
game. He never played in the paint.
Don't do that.
He doesn't really have to. You got that mid range game.
Don't do that, man, because Maurice Space can step out. He set hard screens. He rebounded. He played big on the block, and he can shoot. Kaminsky.
So Kaminsky don't set hard screens,
bro. Kaminsky average. I'm looking at the stats right now, man. Kaminsky is a 9-point career average player with.
Most Speaks didn't average more than that,
bro. 2020. When he played 47 games, he averaged 6 points off the bench. But we expect him to come in here and just put up 10 or 15 points off the bench.
Because it's not about the stats. It's about his usability. The guy's shooting 43% from 3 this year. Nate does not understand how to use certain players with certain skills. That's it.
Bro, he's a 35% shooter from 3. He only plays.
He's a 43% shooter this year.
Y'all got it.
I thought I was tripping, bro. I was tripping.
No,
Hold on, Rashad. What was the first time they won a championship?
Who?
15.
Golden State 15.
Golden State
15. Most Speaks was on that team.
Yeah, I know he was, but Andrew Bogut was there too.
Yeah.
That post presence. Mike, he barely played, Mike.
No, Andrew Bogut played a lot. He was their starter.
That's what I was about to say, Rashad. I know I'm not crazy, but
he was also one of the best defensive players in the league.
Y'all trying to make me feel like I ain't got no memory,
No. We're not about to do this. Andrew Bogut started, but he came out at the 7-minute mark every game. He came out at the 7-minute mark.
They
played their small
lineup.
A majority of the time, they played their small lineup. Not their depth lineup, but a small lineup. A majority of the time.
You talking about with Draymond at the 5?
With Draymond at the 5, or they put what's his name?
Their rotation was.
I don't think it was.
One year they had Bessie Zealy. One year they no. Andrew Bogut was 7 feet tall. I get all that, but he did.
Andrew Bogut was the primary center, bro.
But I'm saying he did not play a majority of the minutes played. Man.
That's what I thought. He's 6'10". That's what I thought.
Maurice is 6'10".
He was just long.
6'11". Andrew Bogut was 7 feet.
I'm just saying like this.
Was a dog,
and they had a young Kevin Looney. I don't care what y'all say. That damn roster is still better than what we got going on.
You're not even wrong.
Like, why y'all keep trying to be that way, bro? Like, this is real.
It wasn't under Mark Jackson. It was under Steve Kerr.
But Mike, they had bigs, but they didn't play them. They played them in situations. They didn't play them a majority of the game.
And that's my point. Like, it's
bro, I never deny situational basketball. I never deny that. I wouldn't say that it's not a time for small basketball or the smaller lineup. I will never deny that. But you cannot sit here and deny Andrew Bogut from that Warriors team, a 7-footer. And also, too, Andrew Bogut in himself. Yes, not necessarily very accomplished, but Andrew Bogut wasn't necessarily a slouch per se. It just helped that kind of kept him from being what
Andrew Bogut is a top 10 defensive big to me all times.
Andrew Bogut was number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it was like
he was cold at New Mexico.
2005, 2006.
He was cold with the Bucks.
He was cold. Yeah.
The point we're trying to make is in today's NBA and especially in this season, the Hawks are undersized. All right, they have low IQ. All right, and they don't play well together as a team. You can sit there and put all the blame on Nate. We can sit there and say Nate.
Yeah, but it's more than just Nate.
I watch these guys every night, and I watch how they sit there and don't box out. How they sit there and open their hips up and just let the man go by them. How they'll sit there and come down and just take ill-advised shot without even passing the ball around perimeter. That's not Nate, bro. That is not Nate. Nate is not out there that's gonna make you box out. Nate is not out there that's not gonna make you play man-to-man defense. Nate is not out there shooting the shots. So you can say whatever you want. That's Nate. That's not Nate. Nate not missing open shots. All right.
But
Nate not shooting over threes. Nate not shooting over threes. Nate not boxing out. You can sit there and say,
I will,
but it's not true,
I will rebut and say that it's clear to me watching them the last 2 years. Either they don't practice it or Nate think they should already know it. They are terrible at the fundamentals. They're terrible at the fundamentals.
And this is where we disagree, Matt. Are these not professionals? Are these not professionals?
But hold on, Mike. I understand that. But
how long have they played basketball?
But Mike, I understand that. But other successful coaches preach the fundamentals. They preach. Steve Kerr preaches the fundamentals. Nick Nurse preaches the fundamentals.
Like I said, free Nate, man. Free Nate.
So I'm saying there's coaches that drill the fundamentals, and Demond, that's why I'm for Becky, because she's going to drill.
But listen, man, listen, bro. I'm already looking at the draft, man. Okay, I'm already
another this year, bro.
I already started looking at college basketball because I'm already accepting the fact that this season it's a loss for me as a fan.
I agree.
Taylor,
the best we're gonna go is like a first round exit. That's the best.
Let's be real right now, guys. No matter what positive you could say, bro, we done play how many games? 50 games so far?
With 500.
And we are right now. Are we even in a play-in spot?
Yes, we're in the play-in. We're still stuck at 9. We're still
think
stuck
about
at 9.
that, guys. No matter what we say,
we still make 6 seed.
Look, we are no one, bro. I'm over here thinking we was going with. I was talking so much shit, beginning drinking the fucking Kool-Aid again at the beginning of the season, talking shit. Oh yeah, Trey Young gonna do it. Yeah. Now this brother forgot me out here looking crazy.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you,
Dejounte Murray got me out here looking crazy.
Demond, I'm gonna say it right now, like I told you, we have 40 games. We still Boston 2 more times. We still got to play Philly 2 more times. We still got to play the Suns. We still got to play Denver. We're not winning 40 games, bro.
Okay. And Juan, we
winning 48 to 50 games this year. But
what? Hold it. Whoa.
Hey, Juan, we on
our best time ever for the last 2 years has been the times coming up from February to April. That's when we've been our best.
All right. For one, that's not sustainable.
We turned the season around during MLK Day. That's already came and gone.
I mean, and then also
last year.
And guess what? Last time
when we did turn the corner on MLK Day, because that's during the 5-game winning streak.
Okay. All right.
And you know what? And then we went to the playoff and got smoked.
Exactly, by the Heat.
It's such a way. It's such.
That don't count, man.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. People say, come up here and say this is a negative show, but I'm gonna tell you something. I be trying to be positive, man. Last year, I'm trying to be positive. I was positive when we had to go through the play-in, even though I thought we should have been there in the first place. We get through the play-in, and then my superstar player quit on me in the playoffs. And people won't, and then we go get DeJounte Murray. I'm thinking, okay, well, Travis Sling. One thing I do know about Travis, he don't make no stupid deals. So if he approved it, it's good. I'm over here getting hyped, couldn't find out he didn't even do the shit. Then now we got DeJounte Murray. We traded Kevin. We had to get rid of Kevin Huerter. Everybody, I'm over here thinking, you know what? They getting rid of him to free some space. Yeah, he wanted to free some space, all right, some salary cap space. It was a money move. Bro, look where we at, right, bro? We sitting here talking about we need 3-point shooting. We need a backup something. What are we doing, bro? We sound like we sound like we should be right now. That we should be 10-35 right now. That's what we
tanking. Yeah.
No, I mean,
that's what we sound like, though. You coming in here right now, Matt.
Demond, that's what I said. Demond, we need, like I said, a backup wing, a backup point guard, another big, and we need to slide whoever the new coach is. We need to slide them an empty checkbook and let them write whatever amount they want.
It's not about the money, Matt. For the coach, it's about having power, having say over players, and having.
But you don't think Trae Young? But Damon, if you're let's think of a name, Quentin Snyder, right?
Matt, watch this. If you was my boss. If you was my coach and I'm the star player, I say, hey, go get my guy Matt. Guess what? You think I'm finna really listen to you like that? I'm finna be like, Matt, hey, I ain't finna come to practice today, my guy. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow. And what you gonna say when I do that? What you gonna say when I do that?
Demond, look, man, it's just like you said, bro. It's the difference between being a realist and the difference between, opinionated. A realist can sit here and say, just like what Matt said, all those pieces we need. Who think we finna win or be any kind of ending team to any top team at the top? That's one. Number two, look like half of a moving forward, bro. We not somebody about.
I don't know. I think he said he's talking about mailbox.
What Marquis?
I'm not. All right. So moving forward,
bro, yeah, it was Marquis. I muted you, bro. Let me know we want to talk, and I just unmute yourself.
Bro, we're not Boston. We're not beating the Nets. Kevin Durant gave it a comeback. We're not beating Denver. We're not beating Memphis. All these things. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. Beat Chicago Bulls. But we finna go out here and beat Denver, and we finna go beat Boston 2 more times and the Nets 2 more times. Bro, we're not winning 40 games, man. It's okay, bro. Like,
man, let me ask you a question.
Bro, we done beat all those teams before. I mean, it's
okay.
Basketball. We beat them before.
Juan, let me ask you a question. Everybody's talking about, you know what? If the Hawks had our lineup, we 50-0 with the starting lineup.
Right.
What is the difference? And then I'm gonna ask Juan, and then I want to hear from Rashad and Matt on this. What's the difference between us going through injuries and the Brooklyn Nets going through missing KD?
I can tell you.
Because first and foremost, they play as a team. That's number one. Everyone knows their role. All right. You have smarter players. Nick Claxton is a top 3 defensive player of the year right now. I don't know if anybody's been watching him lately. He's averaging 18 points a game and shooting almost like 70% from the field. He's a top 5 defensive player of the year right now. All right. Ben Simmons, as bum as he is, can still play defense and can still pass out of the post and post up if he need to. Kyrie is playing MVP type basketball with the way he is on the wing right now. And they have shooters and other complementary players, just like I said. When one of those people go down, and by the Nets just beat the Knicks without Kevin Durant and without Ben Simmons. All right. What makes those teams better than us, man, is because just like Mike said, bro, they have high IQ players at the position they need to have them at, man. All right. We play dumb, bro. We play dumb all the time. All right. What team comes down and most of the time and just pull up, don't move the ball around. Like, dude, it's a number of things I can go on, but I'm not gonna do that. All right. The other teams, the good teams, have complementary players that back them up. We do not have that. And they have depth. We don't have that.
I get my input on it real quick.
And then let me hear from you, Rashad.
I'm about to say Brooklyn. Hey, real quick though. Brooklyn got an all-star. Hey, let me stop, man. Somebody go. Hey, man, it just sucks, but hey, man. Also, too, why I've been kind of willing to get rid of Clint is because a guy that can do Clint might not necessarily be doing it right now, but like, shoot, Kessler. Even Nick Claxton, like we might can get that back in here, man. Like Trae just needs somebody to catch the dog on lob and play defense. It ain't like we need him to shoot threes per se, So and then Clint stay hurt, bro. Like, come on, man, we gotta move on from that. He stay hurt, like that's killing us. Him staying hurt. Like if he wasn't so hurt, I can appreciate what he do kind of bring to the table. But bro, he stay hurt. He stay hurt, that's hurting us a lot. It really is.
That's right.
And I know Matt, when he get his turn, I'm gonna say it for him, he gonna claim Jock Vaughn a better coach. That's what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm steal
Hey,
your thunder, man. You know the road and route you're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And drop the ball.
That is also true, but I'm gonna give it very elegant detail.
It's true.
I don't think that's true.
But anyway, I said what I said. It was mainly a joke, whatever. But hey, y'all go ahead.
Hey, what's your thoughts on that, Rashad? And then Anna, let's tap in with your thoughts on the game, young blood.
Yeah, nah, I mean, to me, it's very simple. Nate can't coach. He can't make adjustments. Like, Nate really struggles. Like, if you notice, when Capella, Hunter, or DJ is hurt, taken out of his starting lineup, he really just he doesn't know how to make the right adjustments out of his top 8. You know, he'll throw like a monkey wrench in there and start Aaron Holiday, or he'll you know.
Don't say monkey wrench. Say something stupid.
It's just something. It's just weird. Like, you know,
be real. Say something stupid. Don't be
if he just struggles to make those, like, some of those adjustments, and like his rotations be like just off whenever one of his top 8 players are injured. Like, it's just I'm like, I don't get it. Like, what's old boy Forrester? What, like, when he was playing Forrester over like AJ and Bogey, and I was just like, and Aaron Holiday, I was like, yo, like, why is a G leaguer starting? He started him like 2 or 3 games. I was like, yo, like, what? So it just, to me, I think Nate's a good coach, but I think some of what we're seeing just shows that, like I said, again, coaches are products of their environment just as much as players are. And Nate doesn't seem to be able to make the right type of decisions when he has to adjust his schemes and his game plan. He might start a G leaguer. Like, it's just, you don't know. I'm just, So, yeah, I think that's the biggest difference.
What's your thoughts on the game? Markeith, did we get Markeith thoughts on the game or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, analyst, get your thoughts on the game. Then when Markeith come back, we get his thoughts on the game.
So I must say, thankfully, I didn't get a chance to see the game live. But unfortunately, I put myself in my own grave by going back and watching. First of all, the first thing I noticed was the game a headband game or something? Like, I had them guys out doing the headbands, all trying to look cool. I was gonna spark something up or something. Listen, it looked like same old Hawks basketball. Slow, no movement, no pace.
I got my word in it. Go ahead.
No defense. I mean, it was just disgraceful to see. Could guard anything. I mean, I was looking. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't waste my time and watch this live. I would have been so mad if I saw that again. So just really disgraceful. To see the same thing. I don't get it. You know, we're 50 games into the year, and we're playing the way that we were playing game 19 when we were like, well, we still have time to turn it around. I feel like this, right? I feel like there's a lot of things that needs to happen with this ball club. Unfortunately, like I said, I've said it a lot of times. Unfortunately, McMuffin cannot be relieved of his duties during the season. So, therefore, we need to take a long and tough look at the year and pick a direction for the rest of the season. Pick a direction. I know that the scouts of the team have just been having a field day because this is a really good draft. Super deep. It's spilling over into the second round. So we can look that direction, or we can look the direction of trying to aim for seed 6, or we can make a bigger splash, maybe slide into 5th. But listen, we need improvement, big time. I listen. I have a list of things that I look at every day when I come to my desk and I just say, man, I mean, shooting, perimeter defense, a backup point guard, more wings, switchable. I mean, it's just a long list of things. And then I didn't even put coach on there because that'll just drive me crazy. But listen, we're in trouble. We're 25-25, 50 games into the year. A team with no star. I shouldn't say Lauri Markkanen is not a star, but a team with no real star before this season, the Utah Jazz have a better record than us right now. This is just absolutely ridiculous.
No surprise.
Utah is one game under 500.
No, they're 26-26.
No, I'm looking at it right now. They're 25-26.
Either way, they're playing better. They just playing a tough game.
Utah got an all-star.
What's the difference?
They just won tonight. They just won tonight, and they got Mike Conley running the point. So listen.
What's wrong with Mike Conley running the point? He too slow.
Conley, a Hall of Famer.
No, wait. I knew y'all were gonna hop on me for that. I was gonna say I like Conley. I think he would be a great backup point guard. Could be a vet. It could be a guy that could manage.
I didn't say bring him to Atlanta or anything, Adams. No, I was saying you mentioned him like he was,
Listen, he's
like an all-star type player. Right?
Mike Conley mentioned him like he was an all-star.
Conley, a Hall of Famer, man.
Mike Conley Mike Conley's a good solid point guard. It's just that Mike Conley isn't probably a Matt point guard because he'll be quote unquote traditional.
Well, that's why I said backup. But no. Listen.
He'll dribble behind his back and between his legs 5 times before he shoots.
Doing step back travel threes that the league just
decided to ball on his finger and throw it up Mike, half court. That bullshit.
Mike, he can't go behind his back. That's too modern, Mike. He can't go back. Hey, what did Wayne Casey say? Just 2 years ago, he allowed him to throw a behind the back pass.
Man, I want my point guard. I want my point guard backing folks down all the way down the court. I want him like Mark Jackson.
I take.
Hey, Marquis, what's your thoughts on the game, man? My bad, homie. I thought you had already said something, man.
What? Oh,
did you get your thoughts on the game?
No, actually. Just gonna say, okay.
Marquis,
at first, after the end of the first quarter, they looked like they were rolling. Looked like that type of game where is that one last, but the other 3 quarters they would do so well. That's what it looked like after the first, but then it started getting rougher and rougher after the second quarter. And then then Kawhi and Paul George and then somehow Reggie Jackson kicked our butts for some reason. I just don't get it, man. So it's just the inconsistency continues, man. Like what Mike said earlier, the team is too short in basically every position. I mean, Zubac's been killing us for some reason. I
love Zoo.
That was the only 7 foot they had. I mean, guys, he straight up killed this. This is too much inconsistency, and unless this team makes a move, which again they still got time, but it ain't a lot. Unless this team makes a move before the trade deadline, the team's gonna probably be around 500 by the end of the season in the play-in, which is going to be scary because the team that's in the play-in right now, I don't know if we're like even the second best in the group. I mean, the Heat been looking better than us. The Knicks do too. So, and then
I called. My bad, Marquis. Go ahead, finish because I know you're going through the Hawks loss. Your Blazers is just getting
no. The Blazers getting blasted, but they are actually making a comeback against the Raptors. So I'm not totally concerned.
Man, when they lost that Lakers game, I just said
I know. I was like, hey, just like the Hawks losing to Charlotte, I was like, oh, there it goes again. But
damn, how you get 25 points and lose?
Hey Matt, I called Matt the other day, and Matt, what did I tell you on the phone? And you were shocked. I told you that we're not gonna
do anything.
No. Win. We're not gonna go where?
To the playoffs.
The playoffs.
That's what
I said we're not going to the play. I said I don't see us making the playoffs. I said
we started playing, yeah.
I said. I don't get that feel with this. Last year, I felt pretty good about the group in the play-in. But this year, I don't feel too great.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we got, and to answer your other question, Damon, The reason why other teams can win games with star players out is because they have an identity. They have something called an identity.
We got an identity
Something
too.
called
We call
the
Atlanta Wrestlers.
we don't have that. So an identity.
Yeah, we do. We are what neck wrestlers say we are. That's who we is, man.
It's a reason he wanted to get.
The coach ain't going nowhere, man.
He want Nate to get out of here.
But what was the teams that he used for example though? They ain't losing star players.
Listen to me. If they don't fire the coach, why do you think they're gonna even try to improve this team?
No, I don't
understand. If they don't want to fire, if the coach is the problem and they don't want to fire him, what you think? We just gonna automatically just get better or something?
No. I said
it's a process, man. It's a process.
They're not going.
What's good, Pharaoh?
They're not going to make no trades at the trade.
Hold on, my bad. What's good, Pharaoh? Tap in. What up, homie?
What's good? You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Okay, so I wanted to say I didn't get to see the game tonight because I was watching the Royal Rumble. I didn't get to see the. Okay, so I didn't get to see the game tonight because I was watching the Royal Rumble. I hear y'all talking. I think the team is. Got talent, it's just poorly constructed. And
fair.
Oh, hold on, I'm away.
You good, bro? You good?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
Okay, yeah, that's why, boy. I'm about to hit that Jeopardy theme music and take you off that.
Okay. So I went and listened to some podcasts that Matt had me listen to. They said Tony Wrestler didn't want to run back that conference finals team.
No, he did want to run it back.
They said he been vocal about not wanting to run it back.
Man, he been vocal about saving $1. That's what he been doing.
Travis didn't want to run it back. Tony Wrestler wanted to run it back.
Whoever was with Brian Windhorst said Tony didn't want to run it back, and they disagreed with Tony. I think it was David Miniman. I forgot who was with Brian.
Well, I tell you this, it can't be Travis Lee Travis Lee could disagree with him, but guess what? If the owner don't run it back, guess what? None of them niggas get signed.
I'm confused because who blocking his trades if Tony didn't want to go back with that same team?
Yeah, it was Tony Wrestler, bro. He the one that did it. Travis did not want to get John Collins that 125. We know that. He didn't want to give him that money. Hell, what we do? He didn't even want to draft Trae Young.
It makes sense though because Travis was on 92.9 the game. And to me, that was mind-boggling. I ain't never heard it before. A man straight up say, who's a general manager, say, maybe we shouldn't have brought back, certain guys. Whatever. I was talking to Mon about it. We were doing other show stuff at that time. I'm like, bro, who got signed? I was like, who is he talking about? It's proof in the pudding. And that was just mind-boggling that he said that. And it just, we just now learning everything. You know what I'm saying? I guess that was Travis like saying something without saying something at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Because remember, we was like, why would a GM talk about his? Because remember, at the time, we thought Travis did. We like, why would he hate on his own? But remember, we came up with that excuse. We was like, maybe he trying to light a fire under the dudes.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Now more. Hey, we got the lie to said that was a lie.
Hey man, Trav on the inside, he was like, I told these fools.
Hey, Travis sitting back. He's sitting there and he made sure he got the ESPN app downloaded on whatever beach he on. He just checking. He's waiting for that notification to come in saying Hawks lost, and then he gonna look at it and he just laugh. He's just like,
who we didn't bring back though. We pretty much got the same team.
No, we brought back Collins. We extended Capella.
Yeah.
We
brought back
the whole team back.
We didn't pay Herder.
This was Rashad. Collins, remember that was Collins' contract year.
Yeah,
he had turned down the $90 million that we offered him.
Yeah,
he was waiting for a larger deal.
Yeah,
Travis didn't want to bring up. Listen, let me get a quick rundown, real quick. Travis, and I'm outside looking at, and I'm tying this all together from both those articles. Travis never thought this team was that good to begin with. That's why he never wanted to fire Lloyd Pierce, right?
Yeah.
He thought we still needed to develop. The owner wanted him fired because he thought we should be winning games. Because the ownership, we need to be making money. So he fires him, right? I put money if Travis wrote a book. He never thought this team would go on that run when Nate McMillan took over. He never thought that. But they end up going on the run, right? We get to the conference final. Travis never believed in the team. Let me change that. Travis never believed the team was that good in the first place. Mm-hmm. The owner did. He the one that wanted to run it back. Because think about this, Rashad. If I offer you $90 million, why in the hell would I offer you? And you say no. Why would I go up to $125 million and you ain't putting no MVP performances on?
But I'm saying we got the same team though. Like to me, we got the same team.
Travis had a trade for John Collins to get Harrison Barnes in a pick.
Would have been better, yeah. Which would have been better.
Oh, okay.
So that's why when we passed that trade deadline, even whatever Tony Russell was thinking as a general manager, I already know that Travis was like, fuck, I cannot lose him for nothing. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then on top of the owner saying, hey, we need to run it back. Because he said he thought John Collins was part of the core of the team.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't offer somebody $90 million and then come back, your next offer is $125. You don't do that. Okay? If my offer was $125, I would have. That's my first offer to you because obviously you a big time player, right?
Yeah.
Bro, think about it. Now, Clint gets extended for no reason because he still had another year or two left on the contract. There was no reason to extend.
2 years.
Yeah, so he extended it for no reason. That's why we couldn't trade Clint until after the deadline because he had signed the extension so late. So you couldn't even trade him. So he could never come up for trade discussions that year. So Travis, so the team starts sucking, right? Travis going 92-90 a game.
Yeah, listen to that.
Right then, that was his warning shot, letting us know. Yeah. Well, obviously we didn't figure it out till now, but he was letting us know, like, hey, I ain't signed these motherfuckers. Okay, that's basically what he was saying because ain't no GM finna go no damn the own team's radio station and talk about the people you signed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Also, Travis never wanted Trae Young to begin with. That's why now it makes sense when you read the article and it says he told Travis, hey, we need to look at trading Trae Young, see what we can get for him. He wanted Luka Doncic. And I'm thinking because of what Mike was saying earlier, Travis not trying to have these small dudes on the court. Okay. And I'm not hating on Trae. I'm just telling you, this just what I'm assuming from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing with the team right here. He didn't want him to begin with. He wanted to keep Luka Doncic. But the ownership, thinking about dollars and not fit and winning, say, guess what? We get Trae Young here. He fit in way better. Because remember, then you got Quavo hyping him up. Bring it to Atlanta. So
the right move. It was the right move.
There you go. Because guess what? Rashad? That $200 million we paying Trae Young for this max contract, he made that $200 million his first on the back of Tony Russell.
I ain't mad at it.
Okay.
Yeah. And
you got 2 minutes tomorrow.
And you know.
Oh, okay. Hey, let me cut. Hey guys. Hey, what's up? It's your boy. Appreciate y'all tapping in once again. We Talk House TV. You know, we're gonna stop it early so I can get everybody get their shout out in this time instead of be just good night. Bye. Click and cutting that shit off. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Don't forget, we still be talking after the show. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all can follow the link. You don't have to come on the show, but just follow the link if you just want to listen. Hey, y'all got any shout outs real quick?
Yeah.
Nick, do the right thing.
And Nate.
Please. Please.
I got a hot take.
Go ahead. I got one too. Go ahead. I'm at the G.
Everybody on this team not named AJ is available for trade.
What? They already.
I mean, I'm not taking bullshit for trade.
If I'm a general manager, that's not a hot take for me, Pip. I'm listening to all.
I got us going 22-10 for the rest of the season.
Smoking. The way this team's been so inconsistent, they no way they going 22-10. No way.
We got
Bring back Lou Will.
my
That's
quick
the fucking
input.
problem.
I'm gonna stand where I'm gonna say though. At best, we'll 6 seed. I still, hold out a little hope that they can do that because stuff is kind of jumping up. But I've been saying that for a while. At best, we like 6 seed. Like Alan said, maybe we can do to a 5th or something like that. But I think everybody else starting to come along to that terms or whatever and accepting they're like, okay, we need to just look forward to maybe getting 6 seed. But
shout out to everybody. Hey, y'all just follow the link, man. We still gonna be chopping it up. It's your boys. Hey, smash that like button on your way up out of here too, man. Peace.